Hey guys, so the jailer has been defeated. But World of Warcraft still has a huge fucking problem. The overarching villain of World of Warcraft is not these big bads. It is the terrible fucking writing. We've got Preach reacting to the death of the jailer. We got Asshat Gold reacting. Every single person. We have WoW Krendor watching Jesse Cox's reaction. Every single person I've seen react to this, same reaction every fucking time. It's like, what? It's like, this is worse than the freaking Nyalotha one. Like, Nyalotha, I mean, despite how bad it was pretty much scene for scene of a fucking Return of the King. But you have the jailer, who is this big bad, who is so powerful we can't even defeat him when he's fucking naked. And then he gets super duper powerful plot armor. And then it's like, oh god, how the fuck are we gonna do this now? And yet somehow, one, we defeat him. Two, we defeat him in the second patch of the expansion. Not even the end, the very, very end. Two patches? Is that all there's going to be for this expansion? Is 2 patches? Are they that eager to finish up Shadowlands? The guy has no character development. We don't know what the fuck he wants until apparently the very end, and he's like, oh, a house divided cannot stand. Oh, wait, never mind. That was Abraham Lincoln. Cosmos divided cannot stop what's to come. It's like, what? So it's like, oh yeah, we've got a big bad, but he's not really a big bad. He's a big good. It's just all the stuff he's doing is bad because, you know, domination magic and all that. But sometimes you have to be dominated in order to create a better place. Fuck, Crimson KB right here said, like, Denathrius should have been the overarching villain. He had more, development, and you knew his story, and people liked Denathrius. You know, Messiah Denathrius, he has more story. You know, we know where our favorite demons come from. They come from him. But the jailer was just so... He was like his skin, bland. Mortals this, death that. His lines were just uninspired. His design looked cool-ish, but it wasn't nearly as interesting as, say, oh, I don't know, Sargeras. And that's another thing. These endings, what the fuck, Blizzard? What the fuck? I think the last good ending we had was in Legion. I mean, think about Legion. We get to fight a fucking Titan with the help of the other Titans there. Because if we had taken this dude on ourselves, we would have been fucking killed for good. We have the other Titans there lending their aid. We take down a Titan. Just when you think things are good, we see fucking Sargeras there. We're heading back and Sargeras is there, like, fucking dry humping the planet. And Aman'Thul's like, yeah, brother, can you stop doing that shit? Come here, we're gonna have a little talk. They send out the beam of light to catch him like a fucking Pokemon. And Sargeras is about to be called into that Pokeball. And just before, he pulls out his sword and stabs the fucking planet. And he's recalled to the seat of the Pantheon with Illidan as his jailer. Illidan and Velen exchange some pretty gay looks, and then, they're on their way back home, and Velen breathes a sigh of relief because he knows that his journey, this crusade, this burning crusade, is over. after thousands of years of running from Sargeras and Archimonde and Kil'jaeden from all these demons, he can now breathe a sigh of relief because he knows that the guy who started it is now in prison and he doesn't have to fear it anymore. It was a great ending. And then we finish off with a giant fucking sword sticking into the planet. Great ending. And then we had Battle for Azeroth, where it's like, hey guys, you know that cool old god from, like, I don't know, 2010 that we introduced, that you never got to see? Yeah, he's gonna be in it. And everyone's like, oh my god, N'Zoth is gonna be in the game? Oh my god, Big Daddy N'Zoth, I totally love you. And it's like, oh yeah, you know that big bad, that old guy that we introduced in 2010? Yeah, you're gonna kill him in this expansion. And they were like, what? And then we kill him. And then we see the end cinematic, and it's basically the fall of Sauron and fall of Mordor, except World of Warcraft, and it's the fall of Ny'alotha. It was like shot for shot Return of the King after Sauron's defeated. And then Blizzard's like, that was awesome, right? It was so awesome that we're gonna unlist this video because of how fucking ashamed of it we are. And now we have this fucking shit storytelling that once again Blizzard is trying to force down our throats. Yeah, the big bad wasn't the big bad at all. He was the big good. He just wanted to unite everyone. He was like the super duper good guy. He was just misunderstood. You know, he was just misunderstood. He wanted us to stand together, and the only way he could do that is if he was just able to dominate the minds of everyone and destroy the fabric of reality itself. Honestly, I think Preach and Asshat Gold here, their faces sum it up completely. Like I said, the overarching villain of the Warcraft universe is not these villains. It is terrible writing. What are they thinking at Blizzard? It's almost like they don't fucking care about the story anymore. They're just throwing everything at the wall, sees what's, you know, they take like, it reminds me of, what is it? Like South Park with the Family Guy episodes, you know, and then you go into the Cartman, and all of them go to the where they make Family Guy episodes, and it's like fucking manatees, and they just like random balls and with words or phrases or ideas, and they just put things together. That's basically what they're doing. Jailer, nice guy, Cosmos. You know, it's what are they doing? Everyone is getting pissed off at you, Blizzard. You know, your internal crap is bad enough, but now you're completely destroying this game that people have loved since it came out. You are pushing a lot of people away because of the mundane gameplay and your terrible fucking writing. Let's go back to even as far back as Mists of Pandaria. Mists of Pandaria had great writing. I love that expansion. People look back at it, and despite the fact that Siege of Orgrimmar lasted a little longer than it should have, the gameplay, the class balance, the patches, each one of them was just perfection. Isle of Thunder, fighting the Thunder King. That was amazing. Great storytelling. Wrath of the Lich Kings, apparently, you know, one of the best forms of storytelling at Blizzard. You know, wherever you went in Northrend, the Lich King was there in some form. You could see either him in some kind of spectral form, or you can see the results of what he's done. But the Jailer, it's like, what? He barely has any lines at all. We don't really know his motivation until the very end. And it's supposed to be, oh yeah, I'm really the good guy the entire time. Everything that's happened has been my design. All these seemingly unconnected events were actually me playing 55D chess. And Blizzard just expects us to, oh, you know, I kind of see that, yeah. So Sargeras wasn't doing what Sargeras wanted. It was really the plan of the Jailer. Wow. So Ice Crown being built right under that That was all the, everything was the jailer. Fuck Warcraft 3 and all their story. No, it was the jailer the whole time. Blizzard, and you wonder why people are mad at you. You wonder why people are on the forums like, dude, what the fuck is with this game now? Okay, guys, it's been a while, but I'm gonna quit the game, and everyone's like, can I have your gold? Oh, lucky for you, I don't have any. Joke's on you, buddy boy. This is why people are leaving. This is why people prefer to play private servers, because they're tired of your bullshit. You've got shit fucking storytelling. You've got gameplay that just is outdated. Like, I don't really think people really enjoy doing the same shit that we've been doing for the past, what, 15, 16 years at this point. All these things you say you're going to introduce, all these things you say are going to be in expansions, and then you're like, oh yeah, we cut it for reasons. And then it's like as like it's a slap in the face, like Farallon. You know, there was actually a lot of stuff in Warlords that would have made it better. Farallon was one of them. We would have gotten to see Netherstorm before it became Netherstorm. But they're like, yeah, it didn't fit in with the story, so here's a board quest to send your little minions on for finding Farallon. They can go there, but you can't. There was also apparently like some fucking elf island or something like that. Or that would have been in, was that Battle for Azeroth? One of them. Warlords also had the Ogre Kingdom Empire that you were able to see just off on the side of the map. But they're like, oh yeah, we didn't have enough time or didn't fit into the expansion. They're so concerned about what fits in, they're not taking into account that maybe you should just do something that's fun. Look at Timeless Isle. Timeless Isle didn't really fit in. I mean, it kind of set up the whole, hey, we're going to be dealing with time in some kind of way. But Timeless Isle, you go there, you fucking fight rares, you have daily quests, you can do your pet battling. But it was there, and it was fun. It didn't have to have a point. That was the great part of it. It didn't have a major point. Blizzard, sometimes you just need to make things that don't make sense or don't have a point. Make another Timeless Isle. Make it called the Not So Timeless Isle, where time is constantly changing. Every few seconds, a different mob pops up, and you only have a certain amount of time to kill it before it just disappears. And then you've got to wait, like, to the next day to kill it. Like, every minute, it's like, if you don't take this boss down or a rare down in a minute, it disappears, and it's gone till tomorrow. Make a not-so-timeless Isle. That would be great. But whatever the writers, and that's the main thing, the writers, I don't know what you guys are smoking when you're doing this. I don't know what you're drinking when you're doing this, but clearly what you're doing is not working. Your storytelling is shit. Every single person I've seen react to this finale all look the exact same way. The look of confusion, the look of disappointment, and the look of what the fuck is Blizzard doing? I used to have respect for them as a company. What the fuck are they doing? And if you guys watch my reaction, I kind of was the same way. I was like, what? This doesn't explain anything. It's like, what does the jailer want? And then we think he's the big bad, and then he's like, oh yeah, there's an even bigger force coming. The baddie of the baddie. But the baddie wasn't bad, he was a goodie. So like, just think about it. Just go back, watch the finales of each expansion. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The last great finale was Legion. Which was a great expansion. There is a lot of stuff they introduced in Legion, which was really, really fun. And people regard it as one of the best, along with Wrath of the Lich King, Mist of Pandaria. It was great. But that was the last time. So 2 expansions we've had, and 2 expansions they've completely shit all over the ending of the expansion. They've completely shit all over the big bad. The person they're hyping up, the person they should want you to be invested in. No one gives a shit about the jailer. It's like, oh, okay, he died. Okay. I mean, are they supposed... It's almost like they went into this thinking, yeah, we're going to reveal that he was good the whole time, and it's just going to tug at everyone's heartstrings, and they're just going to start bawling like, oh my god, that was such great writing. No, it's the opposite. Everyone's like, who cares? We barely saw this guy. He's completely boring in the way he goes about things. You're trying to make us think that he's playing 55D chess and that he's the mastermind behind everything. We don't care about this guy. So when he dies, good. It's not like Arthas. It's not like even someone like even smaller characters like Gul'dan. You know, you were invested. He's been around forever. And let's see, we've got the first, you know, World of Warcraft vanilla didn't really have an overarching type thing. It was just, you know, we were fighting, we fought Cthulhu and all that. And then we get to Burning Crusade, we fought Illidan. We didn't know exactly why we were doing it, but he was a great boss. He was a great villain. And pretty much most of the areas, same thing. You kind of see his overarching kind of control of the land, the misery that he's putting people through, and stuff like that. Wrath of the Lich King, like I said, great example. Everywhere you went in Northrend, you sensed the Lich King there. You sensed Arthas's presence. And it was great because it really made him feel like a villain. And that's how a villain should be sometimes. You want his presence known. You don't have to have him right in your face. You know, the villain doesn't have to be right in your face telling you his dastardly plan the entire time. But looking around the land, seeing what's happening to the people, hearing the whispers of people, sometimes that's all you need. He also popped up a few times in dungeons. So it really gave that satisfying feeling when you actually got to fight the guy, because you saw what he was doing to the land. You were invested. You knew who he was because of Arthas, and despite the fact of us killing him, you know, you still kind of feel bad for Arthas, but you feel like, well, he did kind of bring it on himself, but you feel some kind of emotional reaction to it. That's what you want in a villain. This guy is like, I don't care. I really don't care. You know? He was so boring and mundane, and just his... That's it. That's it. Gonna be it for me, though. The point being, Blizzard, get your shit together. If you keep writing like... I would... We say this every expansion, yet people are stupid enough to keep going back. But I'm going to say that if the next expansion isn't better, then you're going to lose people. You're already losing people. You started losing people the last expansion. You're losing people this expansion. This is why people are going to places like Ascension or Revelation or other private servers, because they're tired of your bullshit. They're tired of your pathetic internal bullshit. They're tired of your shitty fucking writing. How hard is it to write a good villain? You've done it in the past. You guys are getting progressively worse with your villains. How does that happen? You should be getting better with your villains because of all the experience you've had. But yet it keeps getting worse. How does that happen? Come on, Blizzard, we need to know. Anyway, that's it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.